Hello, welcome.
Like
Always.
the one time Michaela has people over. Like,
I'm trying to settle down the dogs. I've got the apple bitter spray here because of the pups. They just like to go active and
Right.
rogue during, so it's okay. It's normal.
It's normal. Yeah. But guys, I pressed the go live button this week.
I
So
gave you a round of applause.
everything we say now, people will actually get to hear.
I'm not seeing scheduled in the upper corner of my screen, which is important. I'm seeing live.
Live.
Yes.
Time, guys.
Ladies, Diamond Lady Classic.
We're like a month out.
Yep.
Crazy.
It is
It's
crazy.
here. It's fast.
It's raining purple on this podcast,
Oh, my favorite color.
which is beautiful.
Yeah. I told you guys last time I would remember to get my hoodie on for the
Right.
occasion. And I did.
Looks good.
Following through.
Look at that.
Quick couple things before we jump into all of our Diamond Ladies things we have going on. We have lots of guests on tonight that we're going to kind of cruise through, but podcast 18 for us, which is fantastic. And something that we are in the works of in the like 5-pin universe world is the revamp of our 5PU Patreon. So something to just keep an eye on. I know there's been some talks behind the scenes a little bit of things that are going to be coming out, new kind of overhaul of like a tier system of content and perks and lots of just kind of cool things. So something to just keep an eye out as it gets through the busy tournament season here in Alberta. We have Masters this weekend. We have Open right after that. So it's like we're all kind of just let's get through to the end of next week. And then after that, I think we'll start to see some updates about Patreon stuff kind of coming out. So just something to keep an eye on as we move forward towards the end of the season. But it's pretty cool.
Great.
Yeah.
So let's type Diamond Ladies Classic. I can't even speak. It's the half a glass of rosé that I've been enjoying in the last 10 minutes. Celebration of Diamond Ladies Classic, and obviously the Fab Five logo is a rosé color. But Stacey, before we get started, let's talk about why Diamond Ladies Classic. We're about to embark on our second annual event. Maybe just reset a little bit for people that maybe weren't into last year.
Sure.
Why did you start this event?
I think that there was, let's see, yourself, probably Annette and I talked a lot during COVID about could we put together something for what's next for her is kind of what you came out with. And then can we put together some kind of a ladies event? But that was all inclusive to not just the elite bowlers, to include the POA bowlers, to have them come out and have an experience of playing with some of the elite bowlers. Cause we can all learn a lot from each other anyways. Right. But just to offer something that was just for females, just for us to play competitively and get that extra step, because there is a good group of us that do play on multi different tours with the club tour in Newfoundland and the WCBT, but just to have a little bit more experience when we do make those cuts in those events, that we have something under our belt that we didn't have before. So just offer a little bit more, and then, it worked with last year. I think we did well. I think it was really successful, and making the cut there did provide a lot of confidence for a lot of women that played well. So, and I think it shows this year, even on the WCBT tour, the women that we've got, we have more women playing, I think, than we did before, but the more women that are there, are closer, are making the cut. So that's what our end job was, right? To promote more.
What surprised you the most? Obviously it was a huge undertaking for you and your team last year to host the event, but when everything was done and the dust settled, what surprised you the most about last year?
Oh my gosh. Well, how easy the tournament ran, I think, was the biggest surprise, because at Toppler, we ran the Autumn Open for 10 or 11 years in the early 2000s, right, when we bought it. But so that experience of me putting together a cash event, I had the experience of running that, where I knew what kind of how the schedule would fall and what would kind of happen, where, I had some lapses in volunteers, but it just ran so easy. I mean, highly big thanks, Katie, because you really stepped in and saved the day. I felt personally a lot, and Carrie being there and offering his guidance of being at these tournaments all the time. But I think it just ran so smooth. I mean, just to be in that environment. The Friday night doubles was, you walk in, you got a glass of champagne, you're just the communication between and people you haven't seen for a long time and meeting new people. It was just felt like a different community, like not overly competitive, but competitive. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it was just like, I don't want to be all corny and be like a good group of love, but like, it just felt comfortable, right? And it was smooth.
Awesome.
I don't know, was it smooth on your end?
Of course it was.
I thought it ran really smooth. So.
Me too.
Yeah. So you were talking quite a bit about just like, it ran really smooth. There was lots of volunteers, which kind of like segues us perfectly into our first guest, who I think throughout has been your right-hand man a little bit here.
Definitely.
So we are going to bring in Charlotte. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you girls?
Good. So throughout this whole process, Stacy comes to you and says, "Wants to run a tournament for the ladies," and you dive right in, hey?
She's like, "This is what I want to do." I'm like, "Okay. What do I need to do? What can I do? What can we do to help?" We just like that's how we work. We just kind of follow each other's lead, and we just go that way. And so we run lots of things together, so we know we work well together. So this was such an amazing idea, and we ran with it.
For sure. So this year, as planning, or I guess going back to last year, was there things from last year that in your planning process of this year, you were kind of going, okay, we need to be on top of this, or this is something we want to change moving into this year? How did that kind of look in your planning?
I think this year we're more, well, we know what we're doing, right? So last year we had an idea of what we wanted to do, and it's like, okay, well, what are we going to need for this? How much, extra food are we going to need for that? Or what do we need to buy extra? And or how many people do we actually need? And so now Stacy and I have chatted about it, and we're like, okay, well, we know basically what we're doing on Friday, what we're doing Thursday night before, what we're doing Friday. Like, I think we have more of a list in line of what, a tournament, how it runs. And we've done this before, right? So I don't think there's anything different. I just think that it's just going to be not as stressful, right? Because you just don't know until you know, right? It's the unknown that kind of freaks you out, right? But now it's like, wow, we're ready. Like, it's going to be great. It's always a good event. It's always exciting. And people talk about it, and it's cool, right? That people talk about that.
Well, I think even knowing that you're anticipating to face something unexpected will help you handle things regardless of whatever ball is thrown at you, right? Because like little curveballs, it's normal for them to happen. Stacy, maybe tell us a little bit about like the format, like what's happening this year throughout the daily events that you have planned.
So typically, we have our Friday kind of later morning shift. I think it's 11 a.m. And after that, we have our doubles, which is going to start at 7:30 because there's a couple people flying in from BC that are landing at like 6:30. So we'll have our fun doubles, the Scotch doubles night. So you'll get the champagne will be there. For those of you who know what the Bartesian is, the Bartesian will be there with all the fancy cups. It's like a booze Keurig, let's say. But then Saturday we have our two shifts again, first thing in the morning and then in the afternoon. And then Sunday, as our numbers look right now, we're looking at doing a 24 cut for the scratch side. Like if we get to 100, we'll definitely go to 32. But right now we're sitting at 64, I think. So right now we're planning for a 24 cut, and that will go on Sunday.
Amazing. With the 24 cut, I know last year we went to a 16 cut. So this year with the 24s, is it the same kind of bracket system? Is there like a play-in round or?
Yeah. So the top 8 players will make like a little bit more of a cut money, and then the next 16 they'll play in on the A side and then on the B side, and then match up to the top 8 after that. I think that's how I figured it out. I am so not very good at that stuff, and I'm sure that Tim Wiseman is like, "Oh my God, get it together." I think I have it with working with Michaela.
Well, and then tell us a little bit, like you've got the scratch side and you got the POA side.
Right.
Like, how are you feeling about like the participation right now in both avenues?
I think as our numbers right now compared to last year, we're ahead, and I think that we will have I think we'll be either right around scratch, maybe a little bit higher, but the POA is already much higher. So we're sitting at 36 right now. It's really incredible. The money's really, really good. I think right now I have it at $1,600 for first place on the POA side, plus whatever comes in above 36 people, because all the money goes right back to the bowlers. So it looks really good. I'm impressed, and I'm glad to see the POA bowlers coming out. I hope that we get more of them. I think that it's one more stepping stone for that division, right? So
For sure. So with your volunteering with it, are you playing a shift as well, Charlotte?
Yeah, so I'm going to bowl the doubles on Friday, and I'm going to bowl first shift on Friday and see how I do, and then determine if I'm going to do the second shift on Saturday. So, but yeah, and then I'm just helping in between. It's a busy weekend, and we just keep going. We've got a lot of volunteers and good people to help, and that's what makes this run really smooth, so that when you are bowling, you can concentrate on bowling, and you've got a good backup team, right? So
I was going to say, did you guys kind of assemble like a fairly large team to help with, because there are so many of you bowling shifts as well?
yeah, we got a good team, which is good.
Amazing. One of the other things you guys have been organizing is things like the Diamond League hoodies and t-shirts. This year has had a little bit of an expansion to the merch shop. You guys want to talk a little bit about that?
This the new color scheme this year. We can thank the nice. It's supposed to be Tiffany blue-ish. Thanks to Curtis Kaplan, Teresa's other half, because he came up to me one Monday night and said, "Why didn't we think of this before? I got a baseball hat in this color, and it totally falls in line with Diamond Ladies." And I don't like purple per se. Charlotte loves purple.
I do.
As our whole show is purple today.
It's all purple.
Like, everything is purple, I feel like. And so anyways, I enjoy the new color additions and just a little couple extra things there that why not?
Yeah.
And I think the merch store is doing really good, because all I hear all the girls are like, "Oh, I want that. I want to get that. I want to get that." So having a little variety is good.
Yes.
Yeah. I was super excited to see the crew neck.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm definitely a crew neck kind of girl. So
Me too. Much more than a hoodie.
that's high on my list. Amazing. Well, it sounds like you guys have everything kind of under control.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stacey and I, we run youth challenge, so we kind of get out of youth challenge. It's like, Kate, we switch our hoodies, because it's like youth challenge hoodies. Now we got the purple hoodies, and we're just diving into Diamond Ladies now, right? So it's. I think we're good. I think we're focusing on this, and we're ready to. We're going to be ready to roll. So.
There.
The week after Diamond Ladies Wine League starts again.
Wow.
I just need it.
Another hoodie. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you. Like, I know we aren't there yet, but I can already tell that like everyone's running a well-oiled machine down in Calgary with this. So, like, thank you guys for the work you're already putting in. And I know that that's just going to kind of ramp up as we get even closer to the date, and all those fine little details start sorting themselves out at the day of and in the tournament. And as always, whatever you guys need, just
Don't worry, we will.
We will.
We don't have a problem asking for help. It's the best thing about us.
yeah, perfect. That's the way it should be, though. And that's kind of the nice thing about this tournament, is that as everything's happening, you guys are able to ask for help, and everybody's there willing to like do whatever
Definitely.
done, and there's enough
Definitely.
around tournaments before that will just whatever's got to happen.
That's why it runs
Women,
so smooth.
women do that too. Women do that. We just do. We just do.
Yeah. So, well, amazing. Thank you again for taking some time to join us today. Give us a little bit of background of what's going on behind the scenes before we all get there. Yeah, good luck with the next month as we get ready for the event.
Yeah, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right. And she's just one of your like many volunteers that you have
Well,
down.
it's kind of like, we grew up playing YBC together. So it's kind of like, I need you to do this. And Stacey, I need you to do that. And we don't hesitate. So sometimes I don't even have to ask her. And she's already like, I know you need me to do this.
It's already done.
So yeah. I never worry. Never, ever, ever.
It's nice to have someone like that you can just
Yeah.
rely on, and it's just going to get done.
Exactly. Fortunate.
Yeah. Well, aside from all of the like behind the scenes work of the organization and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you've done a fantastic job already of getting sponsors to come in and help make this event a reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, we have really outstanding sponsors this year again, and bigger and better, and really make this tournament what it is for us to be able to put it on and put 100% payout back for sure.
For sure. We're going to go through all of that, but we're going to bring in the title sponsor from this year. Rhonda with Venom Industrial. How are you?
Sorry, just unmuted. I'm
Oh.
good. How are you?
And it wasn't Mitch, it was Rhonda.
How are things going this year, Rhonda?
Oh, good. I mean, Venom's doing very well. We're busy. Yeah, very busy. We were fortunate to just cruise right through COVID and never really had any time off. The only thing that hit us, there was a bit of a port strike about a year ago. So that did shut us down because the port was shut down. But other than that, we've just kind of trucked along, and we're in our ninth year. Wow, ninth year of business, and I was just saying to Vern, we just paid another vehicle off, and it's been quite a journey. I mean, we've gone through the ups and downs where it's like, oh my God, the bank account's almost down to zero. And it's just the joys of having your own business. You just never know what's going to happen. And, you know, if with having trucks that are, worth $500,000, when something happens to them, it's not a small bill. Right. So if you don't have a decent cushion in your bank, it can get hit very easily. Yeah, but we're fortunate now. We've got, good funds in there, and I love my sport of bowling. I want to see it stay around. We're dying here in British Columbia. We lost another center just on Monday, and I'm just trying to put as much as I can into bowling. I help sponsor the Masters, and I help out with the Open, and then Diamond Ladies, and I just want to keep it going. I don't want to see it go away.
A huge contribution, and every time we have you on the podcast, or even when we're together in person, Rhonda, you can certainly feel your passion for the sport and for life and for your family and your friends. Because Venom is the title sponsor, I would like to know a little bit more about the company and like what services you offer. And a lot of us don't really know.
Oh goodness. So we specialize actually in environmental cleanup. And so we own 3 vacuum trucks, a water truck, and a couple of pumps. And so we deal with spills essentially, but we work on the North Vancouver port, and so they ship and receive commodities there. lead, sulfur, zinc, or grain. And they use conveyor systems to load and unload ships, trucks, and trains. And so when the product spills, we come in and clean it up. And sometimes a lot of the commodities come in dirt form, so they can go back on the pile. Obviously, if the grain spills, it's a food commodity, so it goes to a waste pile. But and then they use it for like fertilizer and things like that, right? So yeah, that's initially what we do. Vern runs. We have all our trucks and everything are on our main site. It used to be Kinder Morgan site owned that North Vancouver port, and Pembina Pipeline bought it. There was a short period of time where the government TransUnion or whatever, they took it over for a very short period of time, but then it went over to Pembina Pipeline, and we've been there that whole time through all the transitions, and we're very fortunate. They give us a satellite office there, and we have all our equipment there. Yeah, I do the books. So I'm a numbers girl, and I'm a bookkeeper. So
Also catches all of my errors. Everything I say, bring back to me.
I just see stuff when it comes to numbers. Yeah. So I do all the invoicing and payroll and the day-to-day bookkeeping, and then I have an accountant that kind of ties it all up at the end for our corporate stuff. And yeah, it's just, flexible time for me because it's just me. I'm the boss of me, and so if I don't want to work, I don't, and sometimes that's a bad thing.
I mean, I think it's amazing. I mean, you obviously got your purple logo you were striving for last year when you were putting your shoes on, and I said, God damn it, I'm going to have like a purple logo and I'm going to invest in this event. And you were definitely true to your word, which we all know that you are. You wear your heart on your sleeve. So thank you. This is a huge investment and support to the Diamond Ladies Classic and to the community. When are you heading to Diamond Ladies Classic? Like, what does the week look like for you?
Well, so Jessie booked the flight, so she booked it really late on Thursday, which happens to work out because that's Vern's birthday. So I'm leaving on the 18th, the Thursday, and we'll arrive around 10:30, 11, I think it is, and then we're both scheduled to play the shift on Friday and then play doubles together. We'll be sporting our Venom team shirts for doubles, and I've designed 2 purple shirts. Amazing. That I don't know. I think some people have seen them because I wore them in Calgary at the WCBT event. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, hopefully the jackets will arrive. There's 5 of us. I've designed a jacket with Mark from Brad. I always want to say Bradford.
Sons.
For some reason, I want to say Bradford, but it's Brad's Sons. Mm-hmm. So I've designed a jacket with them, and I'll have one. Stacey has one. Charlotte has one. Brittany, and then I designed one so that the winner will get one. So Jennifer has one as the winner of last year, and then this year, that was probably a faux pas there, Stace. We should have got the POA winner at one too, and we just did one side, didn't we? So I will do that.
You can work through that.
Right. So so we'll get the 2003 POA winner as well, and then get 2 jackets done for this year but they're going to be, I think they're going to be super cool. People are going to like them.
They're so nice.
We're gonna want them. Tell me about last year, your doubles partner, your travel partner. Like, you guys had a fabulous time, and you'll spend a weekend together. So I'm sure you're looking forward to that. And maybe tell us a little bit about that experience for you last year, and then also a little bit about your experience last year as a singles player, because there were some highlights towards the end. And I think it's like really nice to like look at that and what you're looking forward to for this year's event.
Oh, goodness. Well, I love my Jessie Bailey. She's my gal. Like, we have the greatest times together, and I can say that I am alcohol free since February 25th, 2023, because she had to deal with a couple of shit show Rondas, and I'm done with that. And so she's probably super glad about that. But yeah, no, we are both very, very competitive and show it. You know, like people know when we're on a roll, you'll know it. And I just love playing with her. I love the intensity. We had, I think, one bad game in the doubles, which put us just shy of the money. I think we were close, but we had the one bad game. So it was close. And then I played 3 shifts. I played the first shift and I did okay. I played the second shift. I did a little bit better. And I'm like, I found something at the end of that second shift. So I'm like, I am doing this again because I'm doing this. And I needed to make a top spare, I believe, in the 10th frame of the 8th game of the 3rd set to get myself in there. And and I actually turned around. I got a chop in the first ball of the 10th frame, and I turned around, and Mark and Daryl and a couple others were at the scoreboard, and I said, "So what's the scoop?" And he goes, "You need it." Okay. So I went up on the lane, took a little extra time, and I got it, and just happened to squeak into. I actually passed 2 people, I think, with the spare. Yeah,
you did.
I think I passed Debbie and Jen. Yeah. So that was very exciting. It was my first time making a cut, and then I went on to make the cut in Calgary, went at the WCB event. So that was I had set the goal on the podcast.
Yes,
that
you did.
I was gonna make a cut, and then I went out and did it.
Yeah.
I haven't been back to a WCB event, but it's been kind of crazy. And you lose your pet, you kind of lose your mind, and just getting myself back on track headspace wise. So so
then obviously the goal is to make the cut this year.
Absolutely.
Diamond Ladies. That's
absolutely.
Good goal.
Yeah.
If not win it.
Yeah.
Because I know
Well, hey,
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that if you don't go into a tournament thinking that you have the possibility of winning it, how the heck are you going to win it if you don't go in with the mind frame and the belief that you can actually do it? I'm not one of those that I just want to make the team. No, I want to come first. And then I take the fallback of you didn't quite get there. Maybe you came second. Like that happened at the Open. You want to win. I came second. Yeah. So I'm okay with second because first, second, third get the same thing. Right. So.
I think you're right. I think it's like the fierce mindset. Like if you don't have it and you just have this sort of average mindset, it's a little bit wishy-washy and you're not really set in your tone of the goal, then I think it's really, really hard. But I think if you can pivot and you can get into that fierce mindset, at least you're setting yourself up for the best. That's that you can be that day.
Well, it's the you get what you put out there.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. You honestly get what you put out there. If you go into a tournament thinking, I'm not really feeling it. I don't think I'm going to bowl very well. Well, guess what? You won't.
Exactly.
Right. It just matches up because otherwise you're going to go bonkers if your mindset doesn't match up to what's happening.
So guys, I was like, God, I sure hope Rhonda can sponsor again this year. Please, 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 please. And then Rhonda was like, hey, I'll sponsor again.
Just
and
very
let's
nice.
and let's do double. Let's do double what I did.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Opportunity. She's not your only sponsor that you found this year. Do you want to run through some of
Sure.
the sponsors we have this year? So
Sure.
obviously Rhonda with Venom.
Body Things is Tracy is I know Brittany owns it, but it's a dance apparel store, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I always mess it up. I feel like I always want to say studio, but it's a dance apparel store with Brittany Johnson.
Yeah.
Glencoe Janitorial. I met these guys through Charlotte, and they really helped the bowling alley out during COVID. So Matt and Lori and their daughter, and last year they actually came to the tournament themselves and volunteered their time to make sandwiches for everybody. So it was great.
I remember that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
HPC High Performance Coatings, that's Rich's company. So they're like a oil and gas kind of industrial paint company. Rich's boss often sponsors anything to do with bowling, whether it's Pro League or YBC or anything. So they're a double sponsor again. So Tim Shifley is the accountant for Toppler, and Loretta, his wife, also plays in the POA division for us too. So they've come in and help us out again, but they're also a very good supporter of Toppler Bowl. Well, self-explanatory, everybody. Gino, I mean, what is Gino? He, first of all, women.
Yes.
Women in the bowling alley. So, but he's everybody's favorite realtor in here. So this is our new sponsor. I just actually got Shaughnessy Car Wash this week.
Nice.
So they are Marcello's best friend's company.
Thing.
Aaron Arndt and Team Innovator, I always call them, but Aaron's a big supporter of the Pro League, or maybe Pro League too, but he does the tour.
Yeah, on the WCBT
Right.
tour, they sponsor the Rising Star player. So every event they give away one entry to a young youth player who's up and coming.
And so Aaron does a specified sponsor. He does our Friday night doubles. So he provides all the champagne and all the goodies we get that night. And then whatever is remaining, we put into all the remaining prize money there. So he gives us a fun night. This is also a new sponsor this year. I think Susie will be on later, but she's a new bowler coming out this year. She's, I believe, from Northern BC. Rhonda, do you know? Fort
Susie,
St. John
last name?
Hanson?
Oh,
But she'll be on
I think she
later.
lives doesn't she live in Abbotsford though? She lives in
don't
my
know.
town, I believe.
5-Pin Universe, as always, Carrie. He's so generously going to give up his time and weekend again to come out and make sure that we're all live streamed and so that the rest of the country can watch all the great performance. And always the girls, Tracy Smith and Karen Armstrong, Maria Wood and Shauna Perry Lazenez. I hope that was right.
Closer than most.
And I'll say Toppler, but my dad, he loves seeing this tournament. He's kind of like Gene Yamada and likes seeing all the girls in the bowling alley. So,
Everybody.
I'm sure my brother doesn't mind either, guys.
Right.
Yeah, we're a
Right.
good crew to have in the bowling alley all week for them. So
Right. So, yeah, no, a huge thank you to all the sponsors. I mean, obviously, this doesn't work the way it does. We don't get the payouts the way it does anywhere near this without having the sponsors that we can make it 100% payout and then some. So, huge thank you. Makes my job a whole lot stressless.
Right.
amazing. Well, thank you, Rhonda, again for your contributions and sponsorship to help make the event happen. We are definitely looking forward to seeing you and spending the weekend with you again. It's always so much fun. And good luck with you have open this weekend, next week.
Easter weekend. You guys got Masters, and then we play. Don't we
Yeah.
play same weekend for open? Yeah.
Yeah.
Easter
Yeah.
weekend?
Yeah.
Good
and then
luck.
Good luck. Well, good luck to you too. You're gonna watch and see what happens with your foot. Hey. Wow.
We'll
luck.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah.
But thank you again for everything that you've done for Diamond Ladies, and we look forward
Oh,
to
you're
seeing
welcome. That's the easy part. Just
Well, thank you.
you're welcome.
See you later, Rhonda.
Bye,
Absolutely.
Rhonda.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right.
I almost get teary-eyed. I'm so thankful for that lady. In my whole life, I've known her for so long. She's
Yeah.
really impacted me personally in bowling and female side, and so she's crazy the amount that she put out for this tournament. So
Yeah, I mean, good, fun, loving human.
yeah, yeah, totally. But we'll want to kick your ass too, so beware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll
Okay.
tell you.
Oh, I know.
So we're going to switch gears. We kind of had some people on who have been part of Diamond Ladies for the first season that we've done it, and then now this season. But there is lots of new faces that are going to be joining everybody in Calgary this year around. So we have found 3 of them that we are going to bring in and chat to a little bit here. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Girls.
So
Hi.
we have with us Susie, who is joining us all the way from where in BC are you?
Abbotsford.
Abbotsford,
She was
BC,
right. Rhonda was
There
right.
we go.
right? Yeah. And you also are one of the sponsors this year that Stacey was mentioning of the event. We also have Maria from Calgary and Kira from Edmonton, who are both going to be joining us at the event this year. How's it going, guys?
Good. Not too bad.
Not too
Good.
bad.
Not too bad, other than my strange location right now.
Yeah, where
Where
are
are
you?
you?
well. We're playing volleyball tonight, so I'm in a random school in
Okay,
Calgary.
it makes sense. It does make
Right.
sense now that you say
Like, I'm
that.
sitting outside the principal's office right now. Very fitting for me, clearly.
So last year, you guys were not able to attend. While you were there, like while the event was happening, were you guys watching the event with the live streams that were happening with 5 Pin Universe? Were you following stats? Did you kind of hear about it after the fact? Like, Susie, how about you?
I watched when I had cell service in between work as much as I could. Yep.
For sure.
Kind of like tonight.
Right.
Were you planning or hoping to make it out last year and then it just didn't work with work schedules, or?
Yeah, I was scheduled to come out, but I had a unexpected trip to come.
Fair. Maria, how about you?
So I knew the event was going on, and I'm a big stats girly, so I was watching the stats and watching the live streams, but I only got back into bowling after like 5 years this season. So I played the doubles last year, very last minute. I'm sure Stacey remembers that. I played with Jamie from Edmonton. Like, I kid you not, I think I signed up like a week before, but it's exciting to be back and to sort of feel more at home with bowling again, and looking forward to having an opportunity to play with so many amazing women and not just feel like, okay, there's not as many of us at this tournament here, and just so happy to have such a supportive group and such a great event to look forward to now.
For sure. Kira, how about you?
Well, Father's Day weekend was not open for me last year, so I wasn't able to, even though I wanted to so badly. But I watched stats like every hour. I was on it. I had like all my set of people that I was looking for, and yeah, I was watching pretty closely and messaging everybody and asking how it was, and yeah, I was on it definitely, even though I wanted to be there. I had FOMO so bad.
Well, maybe a little bit of a round table, but like this event, like there are a lot of events that are super fun. I mean, we're about to go to the Open next week. Many of us play in that. We know it's super fun. We enjoy all of our competition and our friendship and stuff like that. But this one's really interesting. It was a really interesting vibe last year, and because you're new, maybe we'll do a little bit of a round table starting with Susie. But like, what are you looking forward to in an event that is just exclusively for her?
I think it's a combination for me, finally getting back into a little more of the tournaments again. I'm bringing my daughter out from Winnipeg as well, so it'll be nice to bowl with her again. So it's kind of seeing other people that are from Winnipeg and from other places, and just having just a women's thing and feeling very, like not such a disconnect because everyone's everywhere. It's more of a community for this tournament that I saw.
For sure.
Maria?
Yeah, so sort of in the same vein to that is just the community and knowing how much fun almost everybody who's going to be bowling is going to be, because I know a lot of them, and sort of seeing some of those faces that I haven't seen in quite a while. I know there's a few younger ladies. I can't say younger anymore. I'm getting older, but people that I like would have bowled against like a new challenge a decade ago, and being like, wow, I get to see you again. This is really cool to sort of be out west now and be able to reconnect with those people and just know how many laughs I'm going to have that weekend, and just how much fun I'll have, even if I'm not necessarily bowling super well. So really looking forward to the sort of the community piece that Susie was talking about.
Yeah, I love that. Kira?
I think for tournaments, for me, it's always just like building relationships. Like, I think that's my favorite thing about nationals is just like meeting all these people and then getting their phone numbers and getting to text them and then seeing them next year at nationals and taking pictures. And I feel like that is always like my biggest takeaway from tournaments, is just meeting new people and having all these new faces. When I was like in youth tournaments, I didn't get to do a lot of youth challenges, so I never got that kind of connection as a child. But I feel like now I'm kind of branching out for that more, and I'm just looking for more bowlers and especially more women to just kind of have every tournament see a face that I know and catch up.
I think that was like it's really interesting to have the three of you on, because when Stacy sat a group of women down in a pub trying to like, organize her thoughts around why she wanted to drive this event for her, it really started to like come to life like really quickly. And we have three great examples here, all from different communities, different areas. It's interesting. Susie's bringing in her daughter from Winnipeg, and it becomes like a mother-daughter connection, but then also like meeting new people. And the theme is kind of common, right? Where you're all wanting to just like enjoy each other's company. Like it's just fun. If you bowl amazing, that's like awesome. But it's really about meeting people and creating long-lasting friendships. So we are really blessed to have the three of you join us as newbies. We hope you lean in for future years of the event. It's going to be exciting to watch you guys have some champagne and have a good time, and hopefully you all bowl extremely well.
Yeah. What events are you playing? Like, are you playing POA side, scratch side, doubles, Susie?
I'm gonna do all three. I'm bowling doubles with my daughter, POA, and I'm doing the scratch more for me, just to bring myself back up to, like a more competitive level
I love that.
for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you can put yourself in those positions to push yourself and compete against all those scores, it's only going to help strengthen your game, and you learn something from it and grow every
Oh,
time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maria, what are you playing?
I usually play scratch, and I probably will still do that. How many games do you need to bowl POA, Stacy?
21.
Oh, great.
Okay, so I have enough at Toppler from sparing, because I'm not actually bowling in league right now. So we'll see. I want to bowl scratch, but we'll see how I'm feeling after the next couple of weeks of bowling, and if I feel like I'm back to my
On the open.
back to my previous self, because I came in and did the open trials, and I was like, wow, I'm really tired, and I forgot what it was like to bowl in an actual tournament because I haven't bowled for so long. So yeah, it likely be scratch, but I mean, who knows? I could bowl POA.
Yeah. Fair. Kira?
I'll be bowling doubles, and then I'll be bowling both scratch shifts.
Yeah. Who are you bowling doubles with?
Kaylee Mack. She's my childhood bowling
Nice.
best friend forever. So this is our first time actually bowling together instead of against each other. So it'll be really fun.
Really fun.
So nice.
So great. And then is Kaylee also bowling shift while she's down here?
Yes, she will be.
Yeah.
And she also didn't bowl last year, so this is her first year too.
I know.
I love that. Just
Me
bringing in-
too.
You also are bringing in, like, I know your sister's coming down as well, and your mom.
Yes,
and
my mom. Yeah, my mom will be coming, and she'll be bowling doubles with my sister. My mom will be doing POA, and I'm actually not sure if my sister is bowling individually, but she
Yeah,
may be
signed
bowling
up.
one POA shift.
I think she
I can't
signed.
remember.
POA.
I don't
I'm pretty
keep
sure.
tabs on that.
Yeah. Amazing. So like a whole family affair coming down.
Yeah, and my dad's coming to watch, so we're all going to be there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I'm
so
sure
good.
we'll put your mom to work somehow.
Oh yeah, she'll be up
She's
for it, I'm
always
sure.
around.
That's what we mean. Just everybody. Whenever you're not bowling, you're working. FYI.
Yeah.
Don't make eye contact with me, guys. Just don't make eye contact. Hey, you
The
gotta do
blinders
this.
on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure Charlotte will wrangle her in somehow.
I know Charlotte will 100% do that.
She's very convincing, that Charlotte lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you guys have anything else going on the rest of the season before Diamond Ladies coming up? Susie?
I have Masters Provincials the 6th and 7th of April in Kamloops and Chase.
Amazing.
So I'll
Nice.
be trying for a spot there.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And Maria?
I have the Open next. I was gonna say next. Is it next weekend? Yeah. Oh my God, it's coming up so soon. That's crazy. Yeah. So going up to the lovely, bustling metropolis of Grand Prairie next week, which is lots of fun, and looking forward to that. Having not played for so long, so we'll see. We'll see what it's like. And our team is great in terms of everybody's gelled really nicely. Which
You are also on the mixed team out of Calgary, correct?
I am. Yeah. I'm. Yeah. We'll see you soon. Ooh, yeah.
And Kira, I already know what Kira's doing, but Kira,
Yeah, I have the Open also on the mixed team with the lovely Katie Rayner.
Oh.
Yeah, we're bringing her in.
So fun.
Amazing. Well, lots of big things are happening in the next couple weeks, so it's kind of like a little bit of preparation, getting ready for Diamond Ladies. We're in that time of tournament season where everything just kind of happens back to back to back, and by the time we know it, it'll be here, and we'll be able to have some drinks and enjoy some bowling together.
Can't wait. Can't wait to see all three of you.
Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you,
Looking forward
Susie,
to
so
it.
much for the sponsor.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys so much for joining us tonight and giving us just a little bit of insight as to
Ooh.
what you guys are up to coming up here. And we'll see you in a few weeks.
Amazing.
See you.
All right. Thanks for having
girls.
us on.
Good
Thanks,
night, ladies.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
All right. Lots of new faces this
So
year. Hey,
exciting. There's so many new people coming.
that's going to be so great.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. It's nice to see new people, and I'm glad that the chatter went on after that was, last season. That's bringing these new people out. So
Yeah. I saw in the comments Chantel saying she's always willing to help. So put her to work.
of course, I know, because she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she is.
She probably actually has her name beside something already. If I know Charlotte, she's probably like, so this time to this time, Chantel's gonna be here. Oh, she'll do that.
Yeah. She doesn't know this yet, but she's going to be the Edmonton mixed team mom for the week because like she's the only one coming really. So we're going to need you, mom. Katie Rayner definitely needs a mom around. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, and we are at the point where we get to bring in a couple people who were very familiar faces from last year's event. They are our winners from last year. So we are going to bring in both Carol and Jen. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello. Is it loud, Katie?
You're
Yeah,
good.
it's a little bit loud.
Turn it down a little bit, maybe.
Your sound's always a little bit like off for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Jen's just
That's
loud.
Well, and I have kids that play with everything.
You're good now, though. Like it's
Oh,
really
good?
good now. Yeah,
better.
really,
Yeah.
really good.
I adjusted it. Don't touch anything. We're good.
Well,
Well,
I was adjusting on my end.
let's celebrate the 2023 winners of the Diamond Ladies Classic. I think
Oh,
we're not quite a year in your celebration and your achievement, so congratulations to both of you. It's a massive, massive accomplishment in the first event.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, was there any doubt that you were coming back for year two?
Not for me.
I remember actually talking to you, Carol, at like last year's event, and you were already talking about coming back to this year's event.
yep.
Yep. Yeah. And then as soon as we found out what the weekend was, I'm involved in our masters board. So that was part of our planning process, that we were not putting any masters tournaments on for that weekend so that all the Winnipeg, Manitoba women could go out there. So
Oh,
yeah, so we have like our seniors division is, I think, April 7th. Our teaching division is April 14th. Then it's Diamond Ladies Classic. Then we come back for tournament division the week after. So April is all tournaments for us. And but we took that weekend off. So there's nothing going on. And now my Sunday night league has even canceled our Sunday night bowling because there's like 7 of us from the league who are going. So we're just not bowling that night. We're going to get our roll-offs done the week before, take a week off, and then come back and have our party.
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
yeah. So we're sort of organizing everything around Diamond Ladies Classic in April. So
That's amazing.
Wow.
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 it's nice to have that
Awesome.
power.
Yeah. And Jen,
Right?
you always planning on coming back this year?
Well,
She has no choice.
Yeah.
You have no
I
choice.
can't really say that it's been a plan. It's there.
Yeah.
My life is chaos. But yes, I'll make it happen. It's just, am I anywhat prepared? No. No,
You
this
weren't
week's
last
soccer
year either.
tryouts. Well, no, and I've got soccer tryouts this week, and Graham's got unit tests, big marks. So yeah, my life is a little bit of a
Roller coaster.
cluster,
Yeah.
And we just
Yeah, you're just in that
we wake up
phase.
one day and decide what's going to happen today, and figure out how we're going to get from A to B and back to C.
Amazing.
Busy children.
It's not easy.
No.
Always something on the go, which makes it, like you said, it makes it hard to prepare for things. It makes it hard to like put in that preparation and time as well for it. But I have no doubt that you will show up and be fantastic as always.
Thank you.
When we look at like how things have been going leading up, you guys obviously both play a lot of busy tournaments, Masters. How has the season been going for you?
My season hasn't been great results wise, but because I'm also co-hosting our nationals in Winnipeg, I'm co-chair of the nationals hosting committee. I sort of just have been playing in our Masters divisions for fun. And in Manitoba, we can play in multiple divisions. So I'm actually in all 3 divisions. I play seniors, teaching, and tournament, which makes for a busy tournament schedule. But I did keep my promise, and I went in the Manitoba Open and I went in the Regina Classic, and I did okay for me. I was over my average for both of them, nowhere close to making the cut, especially not in Regina, but I had a blast. And Simone came out to Manitoba. That's why I went to Regina, was to be with her. And so we played in the Bakers in both events. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, I probably wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been in the Diamond Ladies Classic. So that was like a big result for me. So it was fun.
That's awesome.
I think that's amazing that you and Simone you guys met at the Diamond Ladies and you've continued on and are playing with these things. That's special. I like it.
Yeah. Well, and you hooked us up because I didn't have a partner. And so you just randomly gave me Simone, and yeah, that was what happened. So
I'm like your guys' foster mom.
You are.
How's your season been going, Jen?
Well, I kind of switched gears this year. I'm not playing, besides Masters, I'm not playing competitive at all. I'm playing a fun league. I find along the way, last year was a really tough go for me, just with a lot of things in general. My bowling, my head just wasn't there, and I just wasn't having fun. And I guess, obviously, we all know that my head was full of other stuff that I had going on personally. So it's just nice to be back doing something and enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun playing Thursday nights, a lot of laughs, and I really don't care how I play. Like, it's not, oh, my team needs me to win this match, or we're sitting in 5th. Like, they want, like, why can we not start winning matches? I just go out, I throw balls. If I need to work on something, it's not easy, but I can get in that headspace where I can change it around if I need to. Other than that, I'm just trying to enjoy playing the game again, which has been lost along the way.
Well, I would say, just looking at your stats, you're doing okay there, babe. You're still well over 250. You're doing pretty good.
Have you found for things like this year playing a fun league like that, which is great for like getting just kind of that joy back of the game, which like I think sometimes a lot of us along the way lose. Have you found when it's time to go into tournament mode, like for Masters, that you can easily switch back on that intensity and that like fire, or is it challenging to switch in?
No, it's hard. You have to honestly, so when I go in on Thursday night, tomorrow night, it'll definitely be okay. Like, here we go. It's time to actually step back and think about some stuff rather than like just going through the motions. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you're not having fun doing it, it makes it very hard to compete to begin with. If it's pulling teeth, no matter what you do, it's not bowling, it's everything. If you're not enjoying being there, you're not going to be very successful.
It's interesting, like Carol versus you just right now. Like Jen, obviously, you're Hall of Famer. We like all know that, and like Carol's just like loving the game, and she's playing in like anything that she possibly can, and she's just like loving the sport. She was contagious last year at Diamond Ladies Classic. But like you've got a younger family, you've had some personal challenges in the last year, you're very tenured in the sport, right? You've like accomplished, a lot of things that many have not even experienced. I feel like it's okay to give yourself a hall pass, right? I absolutely feel like Jennifer Smith is going to come out of this stronger and better, and it's okay to have like a moment like this. And I feel like you are being kind to yourself, right? Like pivoting from playing in a competitive league, going into a recreational league, identifying the fact that you weren't having fun, you didn't want to go and play in this competitive league. Like you still have massive accomplishments even in the last year, Jen. Around the sport. You've set yourself up really nicely to make the Alberta Masters team. You've got 2 events left. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you're playing for this year. And that's okay, right? And if that changes as the kids, get older and you can invest a little bit differently, then that's okay as well.
Right.
And I think that's why this platform just amazes me. This podcast and this event to me is just like so critical because we're all like in different stages. It's a community that can be super supportive. Like I love listening to Carol where she's like bowling every division of Masters. Like, oh my God, do we even know anybody in the country who's doing that?
Linda is also doing it in Manitoba.
Okay, 2 people. Like I can play seniors, but like I've never dreamed of doing that. So like the investment and the fact that you've got a smart, I can feel that you love the sport. But then I can watch Jennifer right now, who I'm very closely connected with, and I've seen her highs. I've experienced those highs with her, and I've also experienced the lows with her. And I think this is what's so fabulous about this platform, because we have this community that can support each other in all of these moments, right?
And that's the thing too, Tracy. Like you sit back and you had your time where you had to give so much to CJ. And your bowling was somewhat on the back burner. And I got to be grateful for all the years I did have. And I chose to start a family late in life. Gratefully, I've accomplished pretty much everything I want to accomplish in the game, and to still be able to play. Of course, I'll never take it for granted, but those boys are taking up a lot of my energy and a lot of my time. We've got soccer right now 6 days a week, and it's not getting any better with both of them playing a tier 1 soccer competitive league. Like it's very demanding. And as that goes through, my time becomes less and less towards stuff that I enjoy doing. And I can't say that my time is not valuable, but my time is valuable to give my kids the opportunities that they need to have right now. And that's the difference.
I love that, right? And that's what good parenting is all about, like raising good human beings that have like future opportunities, no different than the opportunities that you had as a young child. And I just think like you really are in a good place, even though it feels like it's very heavy, right? You're in a good place because you know what your priorities are, and I think that's important. A little bit different than what Carol's experiencing or what I'm experiencing, or Stacy, or Katie. Like I've got a daughter who's 24 and out of the nest. Like it's different. I did my thing, right? So it's just different. And there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to come out fierce this weekend.
Well, and for me, you need to remember that, I mean, I bowled when I was younger, but I took about 20 or 30 years off. I only came back in 2010 right? And so I've really only been bowling for 14 years and Masters only since 2019. So I'm still enthusiastic about the sport because it's still new to me. It's really new to me, right? So there's lots I'd like to accomplish, and I think, well, I'll do what I can and I'll have some fun. But I look at what other people have accomplished and think, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't have that longevity, but I'm going to have fun while I'm here. So it's just different life choices, different times of life that we start things, right? So yeah.
It's so amazing. Really quick wrap up. Is there anything you guys are looking forward to, or the one thing you're looking forward to the most about Diamond Ladies this year?
I think it's just, honestly, it's an amazing weekend to have that many
You're
women.
a doubles partner. You're a doubles partner.
Wrong answer, Jen.
It's like my doubles partner, of course, is my
Number one.
It's my girls' night. It is my lifeline. She's my everything. Always has been. We've been through a lot together, but just to have that many women in the same environment enjoying something they love doing, like all these women that live and breathe, and just it's not so much the game or the sport, it's the people that we've met along the way and the people we continue to meet. We become family. Like Rhonda and I hadn't, because Rhonda stopped playing Masters. I didn't play the Open. And so I went years without seeing Rhonda. She wasn't doing cash tournaments. And to have her back after the last while, like not only for Masters, she's staying here for the Diamond Ladies. So just a connection that Rhonda and I were inseparable years and years and years ago. Like, even though she was BC, her and I always had each other's back. I would go out there and spend weekends. She would come here. Like, it was just, it's nice to see her back and back with a vengeance and fierce. And to do what she's done for this tournament is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Nothing but props to her right now, for sure.
Yeah, really well said.
Yeah. Carol, what about you?
I'm looking forward to more people from Manitoba being out there. And I'm really looking forward to bowling with some of the POA bowlers who think they don't belong in a tournament like this, and to just say, yeah, hey, all you've got to do is bowl your average and a little bit better. So let's just, bump it up a little bit, have some fun, see what you can do. So I like encouraging people who are maybe not at a competitive level, but would like to, bump their game up a little bit. So it's always fun so that's why I love that side of it. Of course, that's the side I won, but I love that side of it just because it's fun. And it allows us to inspire other people just to go and bowl for the fun of it, right? Which can only be good for our sport.
Yeah. Everybody's finding the joy in bowling again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As just a side thing about Carol, because she really does enjoy it, because Michaela told me, Carol, that you might be the mascot of bowling in Winnipeg, and you actually have a bowling pin mascot outfit.
I do. The YBCers call me the pin lady. Because at every YBC event, when they're going to hand out the trophies, I put on my Halloween costume of a bowling pin, which I painted a blue stripe at the bottom. So it's a 5-pin pin, not a 10-pin pin. And so I wear that at every YBC event now. So that's who I am.
I saw the video of it that Amanda posted, and I
no.
showed it to Michaela, but it is. Oh my God, it is Carol.
Yeah, that's me in the costume for sure.
Love that.
See, giving back to the community.
That's right. Well, good luck with all of the Masters that you're playing. And Jen, obviously, Masters, can't see you there. But good luck to everything that's coming up in the next little while here before we get to Diamond Ladies, and looking forward to spending some time with you that weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks.
And see you on the weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
All right.
I love Carol.
Yeah.
I mean, I dearly love Jennifer. Carol and the bowling pin mascot thing just
I
got
wish we
me.
had the video. We could have shown everybody, but
We're down to the color of the band.
And 3 different Masters divisions.
Yeah.
Like,
so
need your
interesting.
energy.
I got no capacity for that
No.
much.
Yeah. It's so interesting
Yeah.
to be having shows like this today where you see so many different stories of like where people are at in their bowling careers. Like you talk to Maria, who's like excited because she's back in the West and can see the people she knew when she was younger kind of coming out, right? Versus people who are coming in from out of town, like Susie, who maybe this is not the people she would usually see all the time, right? Like it's just very interesting. You have Carol, who's like just diving headfirst into every tournament she can get her hands on, versus Jen, who's diving headfirst into mom life and soccer and everything else, and just finding places to put bowling in where it makes sense in her life and where she can still do it in a way, in a positive way, instead of in like a way that makes it a chore, right? So it's just interesting to see how everybody's stories are all different but line up to get us to the same place at the same time, right?
Yeah, with the same end goal, right? So I think everybody that's coming is coming to win, is coming to play well, right? And it doesn't matter what's going on kind of right now or what you've been doing up until now. We're all going to be together and want to, you know, support each other and play well ourselves.
Well, we are there. It's time, ladies. It's the end of the show. We have a couple quick things. Number one, take a look on our Facebook page in the next little bit here, because Stacy has decided to give away a couple of entries to the Diamond Ladies. So anybody who has been watching the podcast today, we'll give you a week to enter, and we'll do some draws next week. So that gives people time to get those entries in. And we'll do how many?
We're giving away a scratch and a POA.
Scratch and a POA entry. So that is something to kind of keep an eye out for as the week goes on. We'll definitely make sure we share it and post it on all the pages. And you got a month left.
Well, good thing I got a good team. But I think we're ready. I mean, if anybody has any questions, just send us a message. Usually, you know, Brittany's on there now too on our Facebook, so one of us responds fairly quickly, but we hope, you know, if you're thinking about coming, just come.
Yeah.
Just come and have a good weekend, and it's so much fun. And
if you don't have your entries in yet, you can still, the link is
absolutely.
on the
We have a lot of people send that to me all the time. They're like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Well, it's really nice ahead of time for me to be able to plan and to know kind of to put payouts together and have enough supplies there. But you can enter during the event too, right? So yeah, it's not a mandatory thing ahead of time, but it's nicer for me. But yeah, if you're sitting on the fence, just come. It's a great weekend, and I think we all have fun, and you can see how smoothly things run. Hopefully.
Perfect. It's perfect.
They will.
Yeah.
So far, it seems like you guys are so on top of things. You have an amazing team behind you, getting everything organized, that by the time the day comes here, you'll just be able to sit back and bowl.
Okay.
That's the hope. That's the hope.
That's the hope.
There's always a lot of things going on up here. I mean, besides running the tournament, you know, making sure like I have staff, because it's, you know, also my bowling alley that I have to make sure that, you know, the guys I put behind the counter are willing to be there for the long hours, let's say, and that we keep Rich and Sean, our stats guys, totally happy so that they keep everything up to date. And Carrie. Yeah. Rich, Sean, and Carrie, keep them happy.
Exactly.
Good group.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Looking forward to it, Stacy. It's going to be awesome.
Me too. Well, thanks, girls.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No problem. So we are going to switch up next month's podcast. Usually we would be on the 17th, but we are going to switch with the boys potentially, hopefully, just double checking, but I'm pretty sure. And we'll do April 24th, which is the week right following the Diamond Ladies. So we can kind of take a look at what happens on that show or on the weekend. And in the meantime, good luck to everybody playing. There's so many events happening. Masters happening in your province, the final qualifying for those. I know a lot of provinces are doing their final team selections and stuff this weekend and in the next couple weeks. Open, a lot of provinces are doing their open provincials this weekend or Easter weekend. So if you're playing in the open, good luck with that. Like there's just everything.
It's a lot. Busy time.
There's so many things coming up, but good luck to everybody playing all the events that you're playing, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody at Diamond Ladies.
You bet.
Enjoy the night.
Good
the
luck
rest
to you
of the
too.
night.
See you guys soon. Thanks for
Okay.
watching.
Thank you, Stacy.
Bye. Thank you, ladies.
Bye, Katie.
Bye.